So this is our base to our circle cutting jig. It has 2 slots in it. The challenge always is how to keep the center of the board being cut at an exact distance from the straight bit that is doing the cutting. And I primarily was looking for something to make Lazy Susans. I thought, why fight what is already happening? The Lazy Susan hardware already has a center point. So whenever I attach this to the board, I already have in a couple of bolts. I can just take those, slide them into those slots. I can adjust to the diameter of my board by sliding this and then tightening it down where I want it. As I do my cut with my straight bit on, I just have to raise the router in the router table a little bit at a time. Make my circle, raise it again, make my circle, raise the bit again. It'd be best to show you. With a straight edge, I go corner to corner and make a mark. I go from the other corners, make a mark. I take my hardware, I put in 2 bolts on the side that is not facing the board. I line up the other side, making sure the corners line up and cross those lines that I just drew. With the screws in there and the bolts already in there, we're ready to turn this over and lower it into position. Make sure the bit is going to cut into the edge. We can now tighten down the wing nuts. We're now ready for our first turn. We will continue to raise the bit a little bit at a time. I'm using a small straight bit, and I'll just be incrementally raising it up until we can cut the circle through. Now the limitation of the way the jig is that I showed you so far is that it can cut round circles from about 18 inches to about 50 inches. What do we do when it's less than 18 inches? We have an accessory to our jig just for that purpose. Our accessory is as simple as a single board with 4 holes drilled in for bolts to fit through. Those are spaced so that they will slide right into the slots on our primary jig. Once they're in there, it allows us the movement back and forth so we can make adjustments. For our next part, I found a board that I'm going to use as my base. I've already measured off an area that would make it square and then drew the lines across from what would be the corners to find the center, and I attached the hardware. I'll attach this part of the hardware directly to this accessory to the jig at a diameter that's close to what we want in our end result. If I'm a little bit off on where I put it, I can just slide my jig over and get it right and be able to turn the board as it cuts. With the jig accessory secured with wing nuts underneath, I'm now ready to attach my bottom board. I'm going to line it up here where the bit will end up hitting it. I'll see you next. Oh, I hear my wife calling. I gotta go.